everyone, my name is Sama and welcome to Mediocre Guidance. I started this channel to share my love of spiritual teachings, in particular A Course in Miracles, but to do so in a down-to-earth and relatable way because you will soon find out that I am quite imperfect. In fact, the original name I came up with for this channel was Hot Mess Guidance, but then I was like, all right, well, let's keep it a little professional, okay? If spirituality as a topic or the title A Course in Miracles is either unknown to you or stirs up any resistance in you, I encourage you to hang tight and hear me out before you click away. I started this channel because I have been in the thick of this cost of living crisis for the last couple years now, and it is honestly blowing my mind. Like, what is happening? How are we, as a civilization, progressing so rapidly in technology, but almost devolving in humanity? I feel like the gaping chasm between rich and poor is only getting wider. I live in Canada, and my country's precious forests are literally burning to the ground right now. I don't know about you, but between social media demanding our attention 24/7 with content that fuels overconsumption, not to mention a complete disregard for the toll it takes on our mental health, along with basic things like food and housing feeling completely out of reach, even with a job, something's wrong, guys. I think we all know in the back of our minds that this isn't the future we imagined for ourselves or our children, but we are just so exhausted, like just putting food on the table and paying our bills, that we don't even have the energy to reflect on the bigger picture of what's going on and what we can do about it. At the risk of sounding like a wacko-cracko conspiracy theorist, I do also think these mega corporations of the world are quite happy that we're too tired to care because it puts more money in their pockets when we're mindless zombies. So a little about me, I'm a poster child millennial. I was born in 1990. I am a first-generation Canadian, meaning I immigrated here with my parents in the early 90s, and Canada has been my home ever since. My parents taught me to work hard, do what was expected of me, and we all assumed that as a result, I would live a generally happy and successful life. I was kind of an asshole teenager, but overall a good person with good grades. I went to university as was expected of me, got my degree, struggled a lot to pay my bills in my 20s. I relied on my parents for financial assistance 80% of the time. But for the last little while, I've been very fortunate to have found a secure job that pays me a livable wage, thank God. However, I'm honestly earning more now than I ever have in my entire life, and I feel very blessed for that. But I still often live paycheck to paycheck, and I have this codependent relationship with my credit card. I tell you this because I am highly imperfect. I often soothe myself with compulsive shopping, thank you social media ads, and despite a full-time job with extended health benefits, I still cannot afford therapy. This honestly blows my mind. If mental health is just as important as physical health, why are there so many barriers to accessing mental health professionals, even in a country like Canada, where I am, that has universal health care? Why? Okay, so that's why I think the world sucks, but this isn't actually what this channel is about. I just wanted to rant. Amidst all this nonsense, I have personally found hope and relief through spirituality and A Course in Miracles, which is this bad boy right here. I know it looks freaking gigantic and looks very Bible-esque, but just hear me out. As someone who walked away from organized religion as a youngin', this is where I found answers. When I was a hormonal teenager, I walked away from the religion I grew up in because I just couldn't understand why a God that is perfect would get angry at us and basically be disappointed in his own creation. It didn't make sense to me, and the fear-mongering was not my jam. And listen, my parents are already disappointed in me for many reasons. I don't need another parent in the sky hating on me. I came across A Course in Miracles in my mid-20s and have been studying it on and off ever since. I'm not formally educated in theology whatsoever, and to be honest, I'm not even good at being spiritual, whatever that means. I don't meditate, I don't have positive affirmations on sticky notes all over my house. I just don't do that because, to be honest, I just don't have the energy for it. Sorry, but what does give me energy is the idea of being able to share what I've learned with you. I have zero qualifications, but I do think we're all in this together. So if I can find relief in what I've found, I want to be able to share that with you. Whether it's in your awareness or not, most of us have this feeling that there's a void somewhere within us. And if you look at skyrocketing rates of addiction, overconsumption, and just plain life misery, there is a void and we need to fill it. I know there are already so many amazing content creators in the space that focus on spirituality, but at times I feel like they're these like beautiful, put together, self-actualized gods and goddesses that have descended from Mount Olympus to share with us their teachings from up in the clouds. And then there's just like me at the bottom of the mountain feeling super inadequate and like I need like 900 years of therapy before I could ever see myself in their shoes. So if you're at the bottom of the mountain with me, I'm here to create a campfire with you and be your highly imperfect middle-class income guide so we can open our hearts to the idea of something that is beyond this mess. Episodes going forward will cover some topics that I feel passionate about, which is basically just me rambling about current times. But we'll primarily also walk you through A Course in Miracles, which is essentially a dictation of the channeled words of Jesus Christ. If you're not Christian or religious and that name makes you want to run for the hills, I compel you to give this channel a shot anyway, just to see if it resonates with you. And if it doesn't, you can very much click away. But if you have a negative association with Jesus, it may be because you've encountered Christians with no chill, like they have zero chill. And yes, I have experienced this in my lifetime as well. I hope in time, though, you will consider the idea that Jesus himself, as a historical figure, had the exact opposite of no chill, like he, as a person, had all the chill. And ironically, A Course in Miracles also goes against Christian theology quite a bit. So please stick around if you want to witness hardcore Christians coming for me in the comments. So ACIM is quite a big book, so please go ahead and buy it from my Amazon affiliate link. Please also sign up for my newsletter where I send you a free ebook for only $4.99, and please sign up for my 3-day retreat at Mount Shasta. Just kidding. You don't need anything. You don't have to do any of that. You don't even need the book. That's what I'm here for. I will guide you through the content myself, so all you need to do is show up and maybe subscribe so that I can finally afford therapy. Also, if you're not impressed by the audio or video quality, because I know there are creators in this space who are just amazing and they make amazing works of art, I admit that it is a work in progress. Please refer to the part in this video where I mentioned that I live paycheck to paycheck, so I promise I'm working on it. Thanks for tuning in. I would love to hear from you in the comments, and I'll see you next time on Mediocre Guidance. What's going on, because that, like, is this a leaf? What is this? Is this supposed to be the color or that one? I think maybe it's supposed to be this. Oh, they're just leaves. I'm not supposed to color this at all.